Mindful Life Practice community.
So we're going to start our practice in a seated position, and your back can just be towards your wall. And then just rest your palms either face down or face up. And invite some length along the spine. Feeling your sits bones with equal weight from left to right. Letting the hips be heavy. And maybe even lifting the shoulders up and then sighing them down the back. And just start to pay attention to the exhales. Are your exhales long or short? Are they calm or jagged? Do they leave your body in a rush, or do you not quite get to the bottom of them? And where does the breath leave your body? Just remember that you're not trying to control or fix the exhale, you're just observing it. Keep paying attention to the exhale. Just start to pay attention to the spaces between the breath. Are they long or short? Are you rushing to the inhale? Do they seem non-existent or spread out over time? Just keep your attention on the spaces between the breath. And now just shift your attention to the inhales. Where do they enter your body? Are they warm? Are they cool? Are you grasping for them, or do they appear out of nowhere? Just observe. There's no need to change anything. As you interfere less or stop trying to change the breath will just move on its own. And just watch all 4 parts of the breath now: the inhale, the exhale, the pause before you inhale again. Just letting the mind and the body fall into balance as this process unfolds. Taking another breath. And we're going to slowly start to warm up through our body. So let's inhale, lift the arms up. And then exhale, land the right palm, stretch the left arm over to the side, and take a few deep breaths. And inhale, come all the way up. Stretch the opposite way. We'll land the left palm, reach the right arm over to the left. Good. Take the arms all the way up. And then exhale, take it into a twist. So land the left palm on the right thigh, gaze over the right shoulder. And then take the arms all the way up, big breath in. Good. Exhale, twist the opposite way. Nice. And then inhale, take the arms all the way up. We'll gather the palms at the heart center. Take the palms onto the thighs. And then just do some circles with the spine. Just waking up the hips. And then you can circle the other way. Eventually we'll come all the way through center. And so the first pose that we're going to do before we get deep into our wall work is we're going to actually come up and take a dangling pose, a forward fold. And I'm going to give you an option if you want a deep hamstring stretch, if you're feeling open to it. You're going to turn your body towards the wall or the door and just start to walk your body towards this wall or door. And this is just going to allow you an opportunity to go a little bit deeper. Yogis are explorers and adventurers at heart. We choose to explore the body. Instead of sailing to distant lands or encountering new species of animals or far-off peoples, yogis explore what's closest at hand.
And one of the first things we encounter when we decide to follow in the footsteps of the yogis who have gone before us is that the body resides in the present. And if we want to make any headway into our practice, we have to be present enough to hear our yoga teacher and apply her instructions. Sweating through a demanding yoga class, we're bound to the moment by our body's requirement for guidance. A posture won't simply happen on its own. We have to pay attention to our feet, our knees, our hips, our spine, our shoulders, our gaze, and our breath. And initially, this is bewildering, and most students tire easily. But as the weeks turn into months, the body becomes more supple and at the same time stronger. We gain new physical levels of endurance that correspond to our increasing mental endurance. The mind is developing the ability to stay in a posture, to stay in the moment. And as this ability deepens, we find we're able to function on a different plane in everyday life. We're able to stay with a difficult situation, hold our attention on something in spite of emotional upset. Both pleasant and unpleasant circumstances receive more of our attention, and we find that in deepening our relationship to our bodies, we deepen our relationship to reality. Let's take a few more breaths in this fold. And then just roll all the way up. Eventually coming up to stand, letting the spine align. Giving our breath a moment in neutral. And then we're going to make our way to the mat. Coming near the wall. I want to have our strap handy. So the first pose that we're going to come into, we're actually going to have our body a little bit away from the wall. So we don't want our hips directly against it, just enough space for the knees to be bent and the feet to be on the wall. We're going to use the wall to take a gentle inversion. Okay, so you can stay like this, depending on if your wall or your door is steady enough. And if you want to take a little bit of an inversion, we're just going to press through our feet to lift our bodies up to come into a shoulder stand. And actually, I'm finding, well, first I need to move this cat. And I actually need to come a bit closer to the wall because I think I'm a bit too far away. So the wall is just going to kind of help you lift up into that variation of a shoulder stand. And if you have any head or neck issues, if lifting the bottom up and having the hands on the back doesn't feel quite right, you can always just lower down and take a normal inversion. But this is a nice way to sort of support yourself in it. And just see how that feels. We're not going to stay here for the full 3 minutes, maybe about 5 more breaths. Good. And then we're going to come all the way down with our bottom. And then just bring the soles of feet together. Let the knees knock wide. So we're taking a butterfly, but on the wall. So it's like a seated expression of butterfly. But you're on your back. Stay there for a few more breaths. And then just bring our knees into close. Leave the left foot where it is. Cross the right ankle on top of the left thigh. So now you're taking a pigeon pose. Stay here for about 5 more breaths. And then we'll switch it.
So we're going to leave our right foot and then cross our left ankle. Drawing the left toes back. Take a few more breaths. Then we're going to release the left foot. Give ourselves a moment to pause. And then extend both legs up towards the sky. Grab hold of your yoga strap. And we're going to start by leaving the left leg where it is and just drawing the right leg towards us. So it's a gentle inversion, but also a hamstring stretch. Give it a few more breaths. And then then we're going to open our right leg over to the right. Good. Take a few more breaths. And then we'll bring our right leg all the way up. And just bring the right leg across and over to the left. Nice IT band stretch. And Jules is getting a double treat of this because we did this already today. And just bring that foot all the way back up. And we'll switch it the opposite way. So leave your right foot and then hook the strap around the left foot. And we're pulling the foot off the wall. The right foot supported. Stay with it for 5 or 10 breaths.
and stretch. And eventually just pull the left leg all the way back up. And then we'll do our last thing, taking the left leg across to the right, getting your nice little IT band stretch. About 5 more breaths. And pull the left leg all the way up. Hands drop. Landing foot. And then decide what you want to do for your final resting. Got enough of the wall, or you might just release yourself. Or you might decide to stay, your choice. Maybe coming to seated. Whatever works for you. Already at maybe even not suffer as long as you think you will. You're not fated to be unhappy. You're not destined for failure. Remember who you are. Let me say it again. Remember who you are. Be gentle. Practice exquisite acts of self-care. You don't have to be as strong as you think you do. You don't have to be wise and certain about your path. Your frailty is beautiful and your innocence too. Getting lost is another exercise in navigation. You can't fix everything you touch. You won't break everything you touch. Don't apologize if you're tired. Don't second guess your stomach. Maintain eye contact with everything, especially yourself.
Fall to your knees at least once a day. Say yes at least twice. Love daringly, wholly, unapologetically. Believe in the magic. Befriend your fear. Look up and listen. The birds will tell you everything you need to know about flight. Forgive yourself your great sadness. Lock your hurts. Prepare for loss. Unpen your words. And messier than anyone thinks you should. You'll know that you're ready. Say it again. You'll know when you're ready. Give your fingers and toes a wake up wiggle, and then a nice big stretch. Eventually coming all the way to meet with our body in a seated position, our palms at heart center. Closing with the intention that our practice remain a constant and our efforts remain continuous, and that our yoga serves and benefits not just us as individuals, but the people around us and the people around them, and so on and so forth. May all beings be happy, be healthy, be free. May the thoughts and actions of each of our lives contribute towards this. And then just finishing with an Om sound, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling through to make the Om. So a large breath in, deep breath out, big breath in. Thank you so much for sharing the space and the practice. The light in me, it sees and it honors the light in you. Thank you.